Iberico pork comes from Spain and is a special breed of pig. So there we are, guys. Pretty much the both ribs seasoned and ready to go. But what makes our Iberico pork so special? The pig's diet of acorns and elements of the natural forest gives the meat a nutty, evocative flavor. Regular spare rib, great color. Iberico spare ribs, great color. With a higher fat content than other pigs, its meat produces delightful tenderness that is sure to impress foodies and particular pork fans alike. But how much difference is there from pork sold here in the US? Well, today we are comparing the two, and we'll find out right here on Al Lunacy Cueing. Welcome back, my good people. Today we are comparing Iberico pork, which as mentioned is a breed of pig in Spain, to Smithfield pork, which is a popular brand of pork found here in the US. And just for informational purposes, Smithfield uses a combination of 3 breeds of pig to produce their pork, which are Duroc, Landrasa, and large white hog. Trimming off the Iberico ribs, we cut a couple of rib bones off both ends of the spare ribs to try to square things out. Now, as you can see, these ribs have a high fat content, so we're just gonna trim a little off the top of these blotches of fat. So these ribs needed minimal trimming to get them squared off, but what I did notice was that these ribs had a higher arch curve in the rib bone when compared to the other ribs. So next are the Smithfield ribs, and we'll turn these around and start the trimming by cutting off the skirt steak. What was interesting was that the Iberico ribs already had the skirt steak trimmed off. And once again, we cut a couple of rib bones off both ends of the rib to try to square things out. And just a few more places to trim where the meat is hanging. Both ribs needed minimal trimming. We'll put them side by side so that we can see the results of the trim. And it looks like we're ready for our binder and seasoning. We're keeping it simple. We're going to be using some yellow mustard as a binder and some Grillaholics SPG rub, salt, pepper, garlic. And the link for this is on the video description. And let's get started, the Iberico and the regular Smithfield. So it's really up to you if you want to use a binder. I prefer to use a binder because I feel that it makes it easier for the rub to stay stuck to the meat. It also helps build a thicker, crustier bark, especially on beef. Now I went with SPG for the rub today to keep it simple. I really wanted to see if we can taste the flavor of the both meats and how well they take in some of that smoke from the pellets we'll be using today. But more on that in just a bit. Now here I'm seasoning the bone side as well. I do that to all my ribs, even though there isn't meat on the bone side. I still enjoy biting off the charry bits of flavor they have, so I make sure I season them. So there we are, guys. Pretty much the both ribs seasoned and ready to go. Let's go outside and go ahead and turn on the camshaft. And I got some pellets to show you guys. Okay, guys, so today we are using Knotty Wood pellets. These are the Plumond Competition Blend. It's a mixture of plum and almond. These guys are the only ones doing this, so I'm gonna, I'm rather interested in what kind of smoke these are gonna produce and what kind of taste they're gonna produce. But we're gonna fill the hopper with these and see what turns out. Grabbing a few pellets in my hand, they seem to be longer in length than other wood pellets I've used, but we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to set the camshaft at 225 degrees Fahrenheit, and I will also dial in the smoke setting to the maximum at 10. So there you have it, guys. The Smithfield on the left and the Iberico on the right. We'll see what turns out. Okay guys, so here's the regular spare rib. Great color. Got 3 pieces of butter in there. Drizzle some honey. And we'll do the same on this other side. And we'll put the Iberico there. Great color. Put that down. And we'll start to sauce them a little bit. Let's sauce them up real quick. That will work its way down eventually. And we'll do 3 pieces of butter as well. And last but not least, some vinegar and water. It'll allow the barbecue sauce to actually thin out, and it'll allow the rib to steam a little. Wrap them tight, double foil, heavy duty foil too. So we'll leave them there for an hour and a half. So as the ribs continue to cook, I just wanted to tell you about some of the rubs I've been using a lot recently. These are the rubs made by Grillaholics. They have the SPG that's made of pure sea salt, Vietnamese peppercorn, and California garlic. The SPG with butter that's great on steaks. They also have the Herbaceous Hen made with thyme, rosemary, savory lemon and orange peel, and robust California garlic that's great on Yardbird. And their latest rub, Brazilian Steakhouse, that's a blend of ancho peppers, cumin, tomato, garlic, lime, onion, cilantro, and more. I'll have the link for them in the video description if you're interested in purchasing. Now back to our ribs. Basically, the ribs are temping at 200 already. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the rib, and then the juice, I'm gonna put it in here. I put a little bit of barbecue sauce, and for the final few minutes we will be basting these ribs. So what we're doing here is just basically we're just thinning out the barbecue sauce that's in the bowl. Regular ribs, look at that, it looks beautiful. So let me turn down the ender. We're just gonna get the barbecue sauce on there, let it tack up. I'll bring you guys in a closer look. Those look great. So you can see that some of the fat totally rendered on top, exposing the bones. Those are the Iberico. Hey guys, coming back. It's been about 10 minutes. So I was thinking, this is the part of the Iberico that had a lot of fat. I think the fat kind of just like melted away, and now, you know, it left the bones exposed. So I guess when I'm going to take a cut, I'm going to try to take a cut from that end, and then we'll take a cut also probably from that end too. They both look fantastic. Both cuts look really good, but it looks like the fat on the Iberico was just totally melted away. I didn't hit a bone there. Great cut right there. That looks great. Look at that. The meat totally falls off. The Iberico, regular pork rib. Here comes the regular. Straight to the bone. Iberico spare rib. This is much more tender, but both really good, except that these are just totally falling apart. So yes guys, the Iberico were super tender and falling apart. Almost felt like I overcooked them, but I pulled them at 200 when they were tender, so who knows, I would have liked them more if they were more meaty. Now the Smithfields were great. Let us know what you think in the comments. As for the Knotty Wood pellets, I really couldn't taste the smoke on them. Let us know if you've tried them as well in the comments. That's all for now, my good people. I hope you all are doing well. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope to see you guys and gals again real soon. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.